place. Let's see. Yep. And a 1 and 2. Yep. Rolling.
All right, are we live?
We are live.
We are live. Welcome, everybody, all the Discord users and Soundtrappers, to another edition of the Sample Pack Challenge.
Let's go.
Brought to you by the Soundtrap Studio and Discord. Yeah, we're back. My name is Anton, one of the judges of the Sample Pack Challenge here at Soundtrap. I'll let my fellow producers here introduce themselves.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Adam. Nice to meet you. You probably see me on like the YouTube internet sphere already, but
YouTube celeb.
Yeah,
these days.
Let's go.
This man needs no introductions.
Exactly. I'm starstruck. I don't know about you, Kish, but
you guys be
my voice is shaking right now.
Can the real Adam please stand up? Yes.
You know, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't make me feel good, but it does. It definitely does make me feel good.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yes. I am Kish, music producer, part of the team at Soundtrap. I'm not as famous as Adam, but I'm creeping onto our socials, so you might have seen me about. But I'm like the Z list celeb.
All right. Thank you, fellas. So this is the second edition that we're running of the Sample or Soundpacks Challenge, hosted on Discord. And for those of you that have just joined Discord or just joined Soundtrap in general, this challenge is about using one of the bi-weekly sound packs that we release on Soundtrap, creating a 1-minute beat using one of the samples or more, and then submitting it to us at Soundtrap, and then we'll do like a bi-weekly review where we go through all of your submissions or the ones that we pick out for the challenge. I should mention that as well. You guys have been amazing this time around. We received so many submissions, so many great ones from all of you, and that means that we're super stoked about that, but it also means that we had to narrow it down a little bit, and we had to do like a qualifier where we went through all of the beats in advance. We picked out the top 10, 11, 12 ones that we thought were the best ones, subjectively, of course. And those are the ones that we're going to review here in this recorded session. So if you weren't picked this time around, keep at it. Listen to the ones that were picked and see how you can improve for the next go around and make an even better submission so that you get picked. And I'm sure you will be eventually. But yeah, that's kind of how we had to do it, because there were like 25 submissions and we just don't have time to go through every single submission and you know, rate it in a way that you guys deserve to be rated. So these are the top 11 ones for this challenge that we're going to go through today.
Yeah, Anton, it's maybe worth mentioning that we actually haven't heard them. Like a lot of us haven't heard the beats. So this will be our live reaction. Yeah.
Yep. That is true. So I was the one who went through all the submissions and picked out the ones that I thought would be most interesting to review in this recorded one. So the judging criteria, you can see them here on your screen. We listen to the creativity, the way you've used the sample pack to create something of your own. And we also listen to the mix and the overall mix and audio quality. Does it sound like a professional mix, something that you would hear on Spotify or the radio and the top charts? And we also listen to the musicality, like the song structure, the way you use melodies, your chords, and how you like build up your song, and how talented of a musician you are in producing your tracks. So those are the three criterias. And without any further ado, I think we should just jump into the first finalist.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
go.
I'm jumping out here.
I also discovered these emojis. So I'm like, yeah,
the reactions.
Oh, we got emojis. All right.
Yeah.
At the bottom left. Let's see here. Knocking that out.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay, looking good. So
Yeah. Let me just before we start rolling, after every listening, we're going to go through. The three of us are going to give a score from 1 to 10. And at the end, we'll add all those scores up, and the one with the most or with the highest score comes out the winner. If there's a tie, we'll go back and listen to them once again, the tie ones, and pick a winner from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the rating system.
Sweet. All right.
Who we got first? Who we got first?
Beneficator.
Beneficator? Beneficator?
Beneficator?
Yeah, beneficator. Yeah.
That's
Beneficator.
on us.
Trust in me. Here we go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hey, yeah, thank you for trusting me. This ain't the end, this ain't RIP. To a certain point, I agree.
Alright, we got a rap going.
My mama always tell me, paving the path for others to see. I do just what she told me. I'm at the door, they hand me the key. Whoa, they look at me, they can't understand. Whoa, don't come at me with fucking demands. Whoa, this ain't surprising, part of the plan. Whoa, promise someday I'll count the bands. Whoa, yeah, it is a choice, playing this game like ready or not. Yeah, family plans going around when I pull to the spot. Yeah, I ain't rich, so please stop asking how much I got. Yeah, the bar ain't high, so if they turn, then they can shots. If my life's red and purple, then they're really blue. Taking breaks too much, trying to find me someone new. If you trust blindly, then they laugh at you, and they laugh at you. My trust is overdue. Yeah, thank you for trusting in me.
Ooh, nice ending.
All right,
Good
the reverb tail at the end. Very nice.
Yeah. This was the guy who was nervous about 3 or 4 seconds over, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
really?
Yeah, I remember the name now.
Okay, nice.
just so you know, you were almost disqualified, but
Almost.
we let it
Caps
pass
at
this
5.
time.
Caps at 5.
Caps exactly, it's at 5, so you made it by a second. I can go ahead and start. I think this the beat production is very nice. I would have loved to see some a few more drops, like taking out the at the end of a bar or something, taking out the beat, working a little bit more with the dynamic structure of the beat to make it more interesting. Since you were rapping on it, so make sure to think about that going forward, how you can like adapt the beat to your punchlines and take it out and drop the volume of certain instruments to make it more dynamic. But other than that, it sounded professional, man. Like just work on your enunciation, your pronunciation a little bit, make it sound more aggressive in your rap. And enunciate the words even more aggressively, and I think you got some really good stuff brewing there in the studio. So keep it up. Yeah, I'll give this one a 7.
Yeah, definitely. I could just piggyback on that. Like, I think the aggression, like, even think about even in production, like being a little bit more aggressive. I think especially for the rap could warrant having a little bit more saturation on there to make sure that it like really, really cuts through. Like the clipper would be a great option there. No, but yeah. Also, like I love that whole like rah 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 thingy going on. Like that always gets me fired up. So like I'm like really happy to hear a submission here with the rap on. Like that's really, really dope. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 too. Yeah.
All right, 2 7s. Kish, you're up.
All right. Cool. So I'm listening this week on actual consumer headphones to hear how maybe like a typical audience would listen to this as well. But I thought this was interesting, and yeah, Adam, I'll start off with some of the things that I really liked. The sort of ad libs and the breaths in those moments really gave it a bit more energy. And I think there's certain moments where like you have the normal melody and there's vocals, but the moment the ad lib came in, it suddenly felt like a build, and it gave it an extra boost, which I thought was good. I also think the sort of general flow of the melody in the vocals, you have like a natural sense of musicality. You knew when you needed to go into that falsetto, which I think came in at the right time to give it a bit of variation, which was nice. And overall, I think the balance of the mix and what I was listening to sounded quite good. Let the instruments in the right place. for me, in terms of what I would have liked more from this submission, is I think I'm a producer guy, so I'm a sucker for like nice little counter melodies, especially like could there have been a flute in there? Could there have been like a sort of different keys pattern in there that's given it a little bit of something different rather than just that sort of trap beat over and over again. But again, nice to hear vocals. It would have been cool to kind of hear the vocals a bit smoother in terms of the way they're transitioning between notes. I like auto-tune as a sound, but I think there's certain moments where you probably want it to sound a bit smoother, and the best way you can do that is maybe like even just when you're singing, using like more air to come out of they're singing more from your stomach and letting it be wider, and that way the auto-tune, when it pulls it doesn't have to do as much work. I mean, little tips like that. But overall, a really nice submission. Did enjoy hearing it, and for me, it's a 6.
All right, 7, 7, and 6. Who does the quick math on this? 14, so we got a total of 20. See how I did that? Still got it. Still got it.
Nice job.
Hey, you use ChatGPT, bro. What do you mean?
Wait, we jump.
All right, next one. We got DJ Locksmith. What you got?
Okay.
Nice build up. Nice build up.
Nice switch up.
Ping pong delay. All right, I see you.
Nice. All right.
All right, nice one.
Yeah.
Adam, you want to go first?
On this one immediately. Yeah. No, so really good work on arrangement and also having like some transitional elements, like the fills coming in there and stuff like that. I think for like that climactic drop, I really would have wanted to see like a little bit more of like a spread, kind of like a little bit more wide kind of feeling, like making the soundscaping kind of develop a little bit more. But really, really great work with arrangement. I also wanted to like, with that, I don't know what that noise is, but that like high pitched kind of like string soundy thing, like maybe in some elements, like keeping it completely dry for the sake of it, but then also giving it a little bit more space, like thinking about like reverbs and stuff like that to kind of give it a little bit more life to it. But yeah, really, really dope. Giving points is hard, man. But like,
Yeah,
this one's picking 7 again.
7. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam. Kish, you're up next.
All right. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. I can't lie. It was fun. Some of the things that notably I like that stood out is the roll on the kicks, like the
Trap roll.
Yeah, that was nice. I liked that vocal chop, which is what I think it was. That sound that it reminded me of like a Roddy Ricch song, like where he uses a similar thing. And I was also quite impressed by the structure, because I think sometimes when you're just submitting an instrumental, like like there can be sort of moments where you don't feel that structure too much. But I felt like this had different sections, and naturally, I can imagine a rapper going in on. So I thought it still allowed space for a rapper, which is cool, or a singer, but felt different enough section to section. I think when I see the vision, when the sections were quite empty, the thing I would have liked to hear more is the mix. As I think, Adam, you're touching on this as well, the mix be a bit stronger, because when you don't have a lot of elements, they need to be like filling that space, even if it's sparse. And I think it felt a little bit thin at moments. And like, I think Adam, yeah, your suggestion of reverb is probably spot on like some of the sounds there. But overall, I really, I actually really enjoyed that. I thought there was some good creativity there. I thought overall the structure was good, and for me that's a good 7, a solid 7.
All right, cool. I thought it was really nice work with the 808. It sounded dope in my headphones. But like Adam mentioned and Kish, like the build up got me really excited, but the drop and the build up was a little bit too short, and I think the drop I would have wanted more from the drop, something more exciting to happen there. But other than that, it sounded lush, smooth. I thought it was a good mix. I loved how you used the ping pong delay with the panning from side to side with the vocal chop that came in there. So those things brings you up to an 8 in my book. So 14 plus 8 equals
Math.
22. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. All right, next one.
All right. Okay, somebody want to pronounce that? Give it a best shot.
Daskibuni. Daskibuni.
Dusky Bunny.
Dusky Bunny.
Now-
What you got, Dusky Bunny?
Okay.
All right.
Get it. I think somebody found the Big Crusher.
Polka. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean,
All right. Big up. This Dusky Bunny. All right, Kish, you're up.
All right, yeah, I went into my meditative state when listening to that one, so I was eyes closed for it. So it was good to like fully focus in on the music. But yeah, great submission, Dusky Bunny. Overall, what really impressed me was your synth work. I thought that was great, like mixing and programming of the synths, and it really caught me off guard actually, because I was sitting there like with my eyes closed, just taking it in, and then when that drop came, that was really really nice melodies, really nice patterns. I think your sound selection on the synth side was perfect. I think that was like, that contributed to a real sort of fresh feeling is how I describe seeing bright colors, and like when I heard that. For me, on the drum side, I thought it was a bit weaker, and I didn't think the drums probably matched up to the quality of the synths, and I would have liked to hear something either. Maybe your sound selection was a bit off for me. Like I would have liked to hear something a little bit more electronic, and maybe in the mix just punching through a little bit more, maybe some sidechain or something like that to help it come through. But overall, like I thought creativity is where that stood out for me. And despite the drums, I think that was still unique enough to give a 7 from round.
All right, cool. I thought this was great. It was creative enough for me to give it a 10 if that was the only criteria we were looking at. Because I thought it started out like drift funk, and then it like went over to some like Irish folk music. It sounded a little bit like polka there at some times, and the switch up of the melody was just really great work. But like Kish mentioned, you should work more on having your drums cut through the mix to get more of that pump coming in. A little bit more energy is what I was lacking when I was listening to this. But with that said, like you got one part figured out perfectly. Now you just got to work on your entire like mix and the fullness of the sound. So keep at it. You get a 6 from me.
Yeah, no, I love this submission. This is so up my alley, though. Like, I totally agree with everybody saying, like, I mean, sound selection for the drum specifically is like the one of the main things because, like, it where it could really slap you in the face, it kind of like it shocked me. It gave me shivers a little bit, like that kind of whole change of dynamic. But it could have really, really like punched me in the face. Now
Yeah,
it's
it was
like,
more of a, it was more of a stroke. It was more of a, yeah, a
exactly,
little.
yeah. So like that would definitely be the one thing that I want to push. But like, I mean, creativity wise and musicality wise, this is solid. So like, I'm giving this like a 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
So
based
we
on
got
like based on the emotional aspect of like what this did to me.
cool. Yeah, so that's a 22 total score of 22. The 9 kind of saved your ass there, Dusky Bunny. So you're in the top as of right now. We still have many submissions to go. And what is the next one, Adam?
Next one is, I would presume, Hexaloof.
Hexaloof, aka
Finn.
Finn.
Yeah.
All right, Finn.
Finn's experimental entry. Let's see. Everybody doing these red herrings now.
That should have been a drop. That should have been a drop, bro. Let's see if he saves it with this one. Oh, all right, all right. I forgive you. I forgive you.
Yeah. Those guitars.
We get another drop? It can't
In a
be.
minute? Oof. Oh.
I was about to say. I don't know if I could
Drops
have.
in 1 minute, I haven't been able to handle that.
Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah, that's how you do a drop, everyone. So god damn, like the
Yeah.
dubstep coming in. All right, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting more of like a lo-fi with the crackles, like the vinyl crackles at the beginning. But god damn, yeah, you blew me away with the dubstep pattern coming in. Amazing. This gets a 9 from me. This is almost perfection. Like we got to make sure this guy actually used the Placebo sound pack.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping he did because yeah, that sounded dope. 9 points.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm gonna give it a 9 too. Holy moly, that was an emotional roller coaster. And like, oh, the complex
In 1 minute?
thing. Yeah, exactly. And the complexo kind of guitars coming in, like super chopped, super clean too. Like I love the edits on that. Like, yeah, well done. Like I think that like if you wanted to make it into a 10, I think it's just thinking about like the intensity of the mix, kind of like sound choice were great, all of that, but like just like polish that little sprinkle of like mixing tips, like yet again saturating, making sure your compression sits right, all that. But yeah,
No, that was fun. That was fun to listen to. Particularly liked that sort of reversed, high-pitched sound that was going in. That was really caught you from that first moment in the build, and it came in and out in different points. There was like a reverse pad or something like that, but it was great. It was really pulling me in. And I agree. Like I think the structure was really good. Some musicality, good marks there. Creativity, good marks. I think for me, like I think the drops were in the perfect places, and I almost wanted that second drop. So when it was building, I was like, oh, if you'd done that second drop, I think we would have all lost our minds. But it was great to hear. If I was to give this one some constructive things that I think could make it, even better, I would. I was almost thinking like it was missing this in this genre, like those sort of swells or like that FX, like those really choppy. Like if you take samples and kind of bring them in as effects, like a short riser, zoom, boom, and like a splash on the first hit, reverses in the build up, like these little things. Even like you can get creative with what you reverse. It doesn't have to be a riser. like in some tracks that you take a kick drum and reverse that, and it suddenly provides a sucking motion to then let go a bit, like a little bit harder. So I think that would have given it that slightly more professional feel, but this is like a solid entry, and for me it's 8.
All right, 9, 9, and an 8, which brings the total score to 26. And brings Finn, aka Hexaloof, to the top of the ticket.
Ooh, damn.
Right now, but we still got more than half of the submissions to go, so
Yeah.
so
Now we have Mafia Money
don't
on
jump
there?
the gun. Mafia Money. Here we go.
Amalfi Money, shout out for always being on a VC and the Discord server. Great to see you on.
Oh
there,
yeah,
definitely.
OG, a Soundtrap OG for
Yeah.
sure.
Now let's go.
All right. All right, got the producer tag. What you got? Switch up, switch up.
Oh, that.
Yo, I
oh.
All right, good job. Damn, big up Mafia Money. I actually saw. I just got to mention this before we go into reviews. Like I saw him working on this track when I just logged into the VC. Just randomly, I saw he was live streaming, so I just jumped on the VC, and he was working on this. Like, so I saw him put together the samples in Soundtrap, and he did that beautifully. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
Great job.
Yeah, I mean those like complete like digital silence chops that's a brave move, and I love it. Like it's really, really cool. I think the one thing that I would comment on is I don't know if this is the case, but I would say like maybe check the timing of the ending of those chops a little bit, because they were like, I don't know if they were not aligned or something like that, but there's something just felt a little bit wonky with that. Otherwise, yo, the switch ups on these, like I was like having a brain hemorrhage at the end of this, but like that was dope. I think for mixing wise, maybe think about like, sure, we want to hear the producer tag, maybe make it less distorted, because it was kind of screaming in my ears right now. Mix wise, like maybe also there, like think about like just giving things a little bit more space, maybe giving things a little bit more like space on the width side of it as well. But other than that, great submission. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Yo, I can go next. Yeah, that was fun. I feel like that's probably been one of the more consistent ones we've heard that fit the genre that they're trying to create in. And by no, I think this whole challenge, by the way, just to say, like, by no means is like they're a particular genre, so we're open to hearing all different genres. But I think for that trap sort of space, this had the right elements. I think the hi-hat work was brilliant, especially like when the rhythms changed. I thought the hi-hats were doing exactly what it needed to. Like you already mentioned, Adam, the complete digital silence drops. Like Pop Smoke did that on some of his projects, and I remember being like, that was the first time I heard it, and I was like, yeah, this is dope, and you can really see how an artist would go over that.
Yeah.
And I think overall, at least in the headphones I'm listening, these are more consumer headphones, but the mix was good, like for me, and it felt like it had the right elements. I'm not sure, like we see on proper headphones, how it fits. My biggest critique, I think you started so well with the sample, and I'm a samples guy. Like when I produce, I love samples and I love like the chops, and I just grew up in that sort of era where like Kanye was doing his thing with samples, and I wanted more consistency, is what I'll say. Like you picked a really nice one to start with. There was like live instruments, there was vocals. Use that same sample, figure out a way to make it make sense within the song, because I think then you changed up the sample 2 or 3 times, and it wasn't really like sort of coherency that I would have wanted. And I think that's what makes the song a bit more professional. But good entry, majority is there. Sample work strong, but listen to your favorite songs, figure out what they could be doing more. It's an 8 for me.
All right, 2 8s. I'll do it real quick. This song or this beat really reminded me of Kendrick Lamar's DNA track, if you've ever heard that one. Produced by Mike Will Made It. So your sound is very similar to Mike Will Made It. DNA is such a great song because you have the switch up where the beat just goes into straight chaos over Kendrick's raps. And I loved the way this track or your beat used samples, and you kind of created that chaos as well, that trap chaos. But
can I just do the compliment that you just gave? Your sound is like Michael made it. Firstly, that is a huge compliment.
I know, but I thought this was not like, if somebody would have told me Mike Will like created this beat, like I wouldn't have been surprised. Like I would have bought that for sure.
I feel money. Shout out money for that, Anton.
Hell yeah!
Put that on your Instagram is what I'd say, or something.
Hell yeah! No, one of the best ones to do it. One of the best ones to do it, for sure. But I thought it was a great beat, honestly. But you should have switched it the other way around. Like it should have started off with the smoother, more calm section, and then you sort of switched it up to the chaos at the end, so you get that build up. But it's all good. I agree with Kish, like the amazing soul sample, vocal sample at the beginning. You should have figured out a way to incorporate that into the rest of the beat for that consistency, because I like when that soul sample started playing, I was just like, all right, we're gonna get a soul sample beat, but then it kind of like went away and never really came back. So other than that, I thought it was a dope beat. You get a 9 from me, which brings this up to 16. 25. So you're up there, Mafia Money. Let's keep it rolling. Feels like we're in a good space right now.
Yeah. All right. Maidenless. Also, shout out for hanging out. Very active user on the Discord. Here we go. Simulation. Keep on doing these.
Okay. Wow. That was intense. I love that. Yeah. A lot of energy. Love it. Yeah.
For sure. Is that a squeaky bed?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready? Let's go.
Yes.
Sometimes you just have to be fearless enough to break simulation.
Okay.
Yo, Maidenless, finish that track. What the heck?
Yeah, we need the full version.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Whoa,
Who wants to go
that was
first?
Crazy.
I think Adam wants to go first.
I
Yeah.
can definitely go first on that one. What the heck? Yo, this is giving me okay. There's this one like used to be SoundCloud producer that's called Tiny Ghost, and this is giving like huge references back to that because it's that really punchy beat. Like it definitely like it makes your head just bop. There's nothing you can do about it. The crazy pad sample that came in there and the choppiness here, I think that was fantastic. Mix wise, I think this was also great, like really fitting to like the subgenre. And then possibly the only thing I can kind of say on here is kind of like think about there was a couple of swells with like fade-ins and stuff volume wise that kind of felt a little bit unwarranted. Maybe make them into like filter sweeps instead of just doing like the regular volume sweeps. But other than that, yeah, great work. This is Ooh, am I gonna give up my first 10? Am I? Emotionally, I think we're going for my first 10 here, going out. Yeah.
Oh my god! Yes, well done, maiden list.
The
We need
first
we
10
need
out of
like a
10.
we need like a horn or like like.
Damn right. All right. 10 points, maiden list from Adam. All right. Yeah, no, I just love this. Creativity or creative wise, you get a 10 from me, no doubt. Mix wise, I thought it could be a little bit more explosive. So that brings my score down just a little bit. But overall, it was just a fun track to listen to. Like, you took me on a ride. So, but I'm gonna have to give you an 8 on this one. Don't kill me for it, but yeah. Compared to, I have to compare it to the other ones that we've heard previously to this. So yeah, you get an 8.
Yeah, no, this was fun. This was fun, maiden. And shout out to you. If creativity was the only score, like Anton said earlier, this would have been like, yeah, you hit all the marks 10 out of 10 on creativity, and hold on to that, because I feel like you have that like in certain moments when you're a producer. Like I had that when I started my journey. I had that in different moments, and that's all level of creativity that you're putting in the samples and the countdown and just like all the little moments. Like that's what makes music special, right? So don't overthink any of this other feedback. But like that's the gems there, and you just need to find a way to tidy it up slightly. For me, I think where it felt like there was definitely a journey, really like exciting. I think I would have liked a little bit more coherency again with the sound selection. I think there was other moments that there were some samples that weren't in the same key as the song, or there was something, I don't know what it was, and I'd have to hear it again for what it was, but it just felt like some of the sound choices felt a little bit too far, like just a little bit too far family-wise. And it could even be just you just do something in post and you can add the same style of EQ to them, the same bit crushing, the same rotary pro, whatever it is, but you're kind of giving it a bit more glue from a mix perspective. But that's like, yeah, my only critique. I did really enjoy the creativity, and I want you to hold on to that. It's a good 8 for me. Tighten it up slightly in the mix, tighten up some of the choices of sounds, understand when to let the beat breathe, and then you'll be on your way to 10s.
To greatness. Sorry, Kish, what was your final score?
It was 8.
8. All right, so
Yes,
18. So 26. Interesting. All right, let's keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
MG.
Here we go.
It's M to the G.
All right, brings me back to like early 2010s. DJ Khaled, another one.
We the best music.
Woo! All right, another rap.
Every glance, every smile, shine like the sun in this galaxy of dreams. We're forever young. Feel the energy rise like a tide in this Cadillac, baby. Let's take a ride. Jupiter's rings, yeah, we're breaking through. Every moment with you feels like brand new. Riding in my Cadillac, gonna send a spray like some masterpiece. You and me, what's so free? M to the G, they can't touch us way. Living for the now, cruising down the Milky Way, yeah.
Nice.
All right, I love when our submissions have vocals on them. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, it brings to a whole different level. I can go first, MG. Yeah, production's tight, rap is tight, but if I'm gonna give you any critique, it's that it sounds a little bit too generic. Like, I've heard this before. The rap flow, I've heard that many times. And the kind of the beat structure, and you got the snare roll and everything. It sounds great. Like, it sounds like a beat that you would purchase somewhere on BeatStars or online and pay money for. So it's like, the sound is professional, but it needs that extra spark to be great, So work on the creativity, incorporate different elements to make it more exciting and to make you stand out as a producer and as a rapper. And if you bring it to that next level, you'll be destined for greatness, I'm sure. And also like work a little bit on your vocal mixing to make your vocals pop a little bit more, because it's rap music. It's supposed to be in your face, right? It's supposed to be up front. So get better at compressing, EQing, and reverbs and all that good stuff on your vocals, and it's going to sound a lot better. So keep at it. Good job. You get a 6 from me.
Yeah, I can go next. Yeah, I think that was a sort of good foundation submission, like Anton, you mentioned. I also want to shout out anyone who does vocals, because you're doing double the work of any of these other submissions. So I respect that. I respect that you're making the beat and you're also having to think of what goes on top. So shout out to you. But like, if we're judging it like as a whole submission, I definitely agree. And you know what? Like from the start of this track playing, I was like, I hope he whispers. Well, I wanted to hear that sort of more high-end frequency, and it came in one moment when you did an ad lib, and I think you guys reacted to that as well when you did that. I think the key there is think about the sort of frequency range your beat's sitting in, and if it's a very bass-heavy beat and it's very low end, your vocals, when you're mixing them, you need it to punch more and break through in the higher frequencies. And you can do that in two ways. You can do that with the overall mix, like Anton was suggesting, like think about where it's sitting, compress it, etc. But also get creative with your voice. Your voice has this massive range of, you can go low and you can get high, and you can use get really playful with it. And Kendrick is like an artist who does this really well. But do you know what I mean? I think be a bit more playful, allow yourself to be a bit more creatively free. But you had good marks on mix and audio quality from me. I would have just liked, a bit more difference. So yeah, a 6 from my end as well.
Yeah, no, the only thing I can really add to that was I think it's the mix specifically for me. I think creatively, arrangement wise, everything is like sitting right there, but I think that the mix kind of, the dynamic range of like the performance and the mix was like the thing that was lacking for me. I would have liked to see like more ad libs, more shouts, more like being a little bit more theatrical with the performance would have been really good. Though the flow of it, and it was super tight, which I really appreciated. Like that was so good. Mix wise, yes, definitely make sure that everything pops in the way. Like make sure you shine the spotlight on what you want to shine the spotlight on. Like that needs to be in focus. So think of that on the mix. And for me, I'm giving it a 7.
Boom. Yeah, let me just add something I thought of. Like rappers these days, like there's this trend of just recording one track of vocals. People don't use like backups for their vocals and like ad libs and adding stacks, layering your vocals a lot anymore. Like that used to be a big thing back in the day when you did rap vocals, but people just tend to like just do one track, and you can hear that from these 2 rap submissions that is just like one vocal track. Try to add some dynamics and some coloring to it by adding several vocal tracks and backing up your punchlines, the last word of a bar, like to make it sound more interesting and dynamic. So try doing that next time.
100%. Yeah, Anton, you're obviously a rapper, so you know this well. But like when I used to record rappers, like we'd always do like 2 or 3 takes, and then pan two extra takes left and right, and then so you got the main vocal take, you got pan left, pan right, and you find the key words that you really want to enunciate. So like your punchlines, like you're saying, and then boom, like let it explode out, take over your mix.
Yeah, for sure. All right, MG, you got a total of 21. Let's move on to the next submission.
Rudra.
Another Soundtrap OG, I believe.
Oh yeah, shout out Rudra. bring those vocal chops up a little bit.
Mm,
Want to hear more of them?
yeah.
Turn the volume up on those.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm happy to go first on this one.
Go for it.
Rock it.
Yeah, Rudra, I think I've heard some of your stuff in the Discord, and I think this hasn't been the strongest thing I've heard from you, if I'm being honest. Like, I think there was it felt a little bit too over compressed and over. It just felt like a very mid level. It had the right elements. It had it had the trap beat, and it could get me bouncing, but it felt like everything was a little bit too tight, and I would have liked for you to spread it wider in the mix, giving it a little bit more punch. I like the vocal chop that Anton called out, so I think it was nice to see people doing things. But think about where it's living in the mix. Can you have it slightly louder? Can you even chop it in and out at moments? Like, if you don't take a sample and just loop it, you could even chop it and have a moment where it pops. And think about it in line with your 808s. If your 808 is hitting, it comes in when there's an offbeat, or figure out the balance. It was like a solid submission, but I think Rudra, I've heard some of your stuff, so just had a bit more expectation there. So for me, it's a 6. Yeah, over to one of you.
You want to go at him?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I think like it's a solid like foundation. It's a good like kind of mentality of like all of the elements are there, like everything's working, but that's the thing. It's kind of like it's kind of vanilla at the like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I would have wanted to see a little bit more like dynamic range, like in the sense of like even arrangement, but also like in the mix. And then I can't remember what it was I was thinking of, but like try to make it more distinct, give more ID to the song, like, because it's very monotone like throughout now. So if you make it like evolve a little bit more throughout and make it more interesting for the ear. I think also one thing, look over your FX usage, your swoops and stuff, time them better. Because currently I think that there are some of them that are a little bit out of time. That doesn't really hit on the climax or during the exact transition of the moment. So it kind of like comes a little bit after, which gives a little bit of like a weird feeling for the listener. So for me, I'm going to give it a 6.
All right, I'll keep it short. Rudra, the foundation is there. It was a little bit too much of a loop repeating itself. I need more stuff to happen, more interesting panning and things to kind of stick out and switch up in the beat to keep the listener engaged. Because you don't have vocals on a track. The beat needs to be really interesting and carry the listener along on the journey, right? So think about that going forward. You get a 6 from me as well. So Rudra, that brings you to a total of 18.
Let's see.
Next one.
30 frames. Fish stick. Love the name.
Fish stick, yeah.
All right. Solid.
Double 808s.
All right.
Come on.
Don't leave us hanging, bro.
Oh, this is torture. It's gonna go. No,
I only got 10 seconds.
he's not dropping it. Oh no.
Blue balls. Blue balls
God,
all
yeah.
over a round of blue balls. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
The
that
intro
was-
set it up so well. That's the thing. Like, oh my god, it was so aggressive. So like, God, it had so much fire in the beginning, and then the build-up came, and I was like, "Where's the drop, bro?"
Bro. When the first part of that beat, I was like, "This is right up my street. Like, is this gonna be my first score bigger than 8?" And then
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh my god, it's coming!" I was so excited, and then no. Oh, so close yet so far.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to go first. Good submission there, 30 frames. Good submission. I think I think sound selection on point. Let's forget that sort of long delayed tease that you did to us at the end. But like the track was bopping from the start. Like my head was swinging. The use of 808s perfect. Nothing too quantized as well. You had a nice groove, which I think is so important when you're making these sort of beats. Like you have to, certain things have to be offbeat, and I heard that. And yeah, really, like I was gonna give that quite a high mark if you kind of delivered on that last drop, and that was the biggest thing that's missing. No shock based on our reaction. Just think about if you're gonna give this to a rapper or a singer or whatever, what are they gonna do with it, right? And that long build is like you're just leaving people hanging. You need to have maybe a moment for a chorus or a beat switch or something like that. That just makes sense musically, and I think that's where you probably just lost marks for me. But really good production. I think this is like my style of sort of production I enjoy listening to as well from back in the day. So it was a solid 8. Want to hear more from you, but yeah, just give us that release, my man or woman.
Yeah, it reminded me of this. Do you guys remember the skit? It might have been on Dave Chappelle or something back in the day, where he's in the booth and it's just a long build up where he's like getting ready to rap, but he never starts rapping. He's like, all right, yo, you ready for this? Turn up the snare. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're not ready. All right, I'm gonna get you. And he just never starts rapping. That kind of reminded me of this one. Like it needs to the beat needs to drop and take you to the next station. But yeah, that's what was missing. So that's a 6 from me. What was your score, Kish? Sorry.
I gave it an 8, bro.
8. All right. 8, 6.
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah. No, I can't. Like, I'm so expressive generally, and like you saw my reaction to that like constant build up. Like, there were so many red herrings in this submission that it really bothers me. But like the thing is, I think it's a really good submission. I think all the sound choices, everything sounded great, but the drop never came, and it ruined me. So I'm for that. I'm like this is a personal beef now between me and you. Like, you give me the next submissions you give me a good drop, and then you'll get a higher score. But for now, I am giving you a 6.
Yo, I thought you were about to go 2 or something, and Larry get it real salty.
No.
Like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
All right, that's a total of 20.
How many more do we got left?
We got two submissions left, so let's get this done. We're already out of time.
Visung. Okay.
Nice.
Let's go.
Nice change of pace.
Okay, I like where this is going. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, we got a bridge. Where's it taking us? All right.
Okay.
Nice finish.
Hey, that's someone who takes the 1 minute seriously. See that?
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh yeah.
All of you guys and women need to fix up. You need to fix up. 1 minute is a minute.
Yeah. 1 minute.
Exactly. Super nice arrangement, good song structure. I love the bridge there in the middle. I just wish it would have taken me to a more exciting universe.
Yeah.
So if you would have switched up to something different there after the bridge, or just like added something to the beat to make it a hook, that would have given it a lot, I think. So this one's a solid 7 for me.
Yeah, I think creatively this was like really cool. The what you did with the breakbeats and stuff, chopping them up, etc., like sounded really cool. Also doing the reverse thing, really great. Like, But yeah, I felt like the drop definitely could have needed like some sort of evolution in the soundscaping, kind of like sound selection, like maybe give a hint to the previous sample they used before, but like do something else to make it evolve a bit more. And I'll give it a 6 because the mix was also a little bit lacking. I would have wanted to see more clean in between because the kick took up so much space.
Yeah, I was really excited to hear like a non-trap submission. I like the breakbeat start to it, so I thought that this one had you've got a lot of potential, and I think you've got all of the right elements. So, you know, like you've got the ear for it. It just needs a bit of refining, and I think it's thinking about like making sure you've got a good audio interface, headphones or laptop speakers or whatever you're using to mix, because you need it to really. I wanted to hear like kick drum a lot more prominently. I wanted to hear when you're doing breakbeats as well. You kind of it fills up a lot of space, that rhythm, right? So then when it gets to the bit where I want to change, you almost need to bring some space back and like think about the contrast like between your sections. Could you have done that in the drop? What are you adding in? How is it going to evolve? So it's a good foundation, but I want to see it evolve. I want to see the mix be punchier in places. We've got a lot of resources on that on the blog and stuff. So to read through some articles, check out how you can do that. So for me, it's a 6, but it's got a 6 with potential. So yeah.
All right, cool. That's a 19. 766. That's a total of 19 for Visung. Last submission.
Last one. Let's go.
All right. Finish off with a strong note.
Okay.
I recognize this. This is definitely Placebo. All right, we got to stop it. It's over 1 minute. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how that one slipped in there.
Yeah.
Yogan, you cheater. Short freestyle. All right, cool. Kish, you want to go first on this one?
Yeah, I'm happy to go first. Yeah, Yogan, it was a good submission. I think in terms of structure, I think you kind of like structurally. I think I like the way sort of the arrangement went, and I can hear a sort of what a rapper or a singer, more of a singer, like a sort of a vocalist would do on this. What the biggest thing I was thinking about while hearing it is there was like I wanted to groove more, and I think it felt like the groove was off slightly. And there's a few different ways that I would probably try and experiment with this. Think about like where your snares or claps are hitting. Can you move them slightly a bit more forward or behind the sort of grid to get a bit more of a bounce? Could it have been sped up by a few BPM, the whole thing maybe, to give it a bit more of an edge? There was something like off about the tempo or the groove that I think would have elevated the track. So it slowed it down for me. The use of the sample was cool, and like getting it, I think that it's a classic move, having the low pitch sample and then a high pitch sample. And I think that can work. So like, I'm not against that, but I think when you're doing it, everything else has to be tight. Everything like your beat has to be grooving and it has to really get people there. And it just wasn't doing that for me. So experiment with that. And then I think this could be a good track. I think for me, therefore, it probably sits at a 6 with potential as well.
Cool. I'll just be real quick and say I like the sound of it, but like Kish said, there's more to wish for in terms of the mix, and also like the bounce of the drums, like try to make it more interesting and more bouncy, and make those hard hits like the snare and the kick, make those pop more in the mix, to get the people, the listener, to like bop their head a little bit more. I think that's what's missing. So, but still like a solid submission. I'll give it a 6 as well.
Yeah, I think I'm really gonna push for like what you did really great here was, I think, balance in the mix, not in the sense of like frequency spectrum, etc., but like especially like if you're looking from it like from a depth perspective and like where things lay in that kind of area, you did really really great job. That was expertly done here. Like especially like, I mean, with also like everything was placed really well. I think the one thing that I'm gonna comment on, like apart from everything that you guys have said, like the sort of how do I put it? Never mind. I can't remember what I was gonna say anyway. But great work. Really
Nice.
think about like switching it up a little bit more. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna give it a 7 because the balance was really really well made. Right, transitions. That was expertly done on the transition here.
All right.
So everybody take notes. Transition wise, great job.
Awesome. All right. So it turns out we have a tie, but I'll go ahead and just shout out the top 3 submissions. At third place, or at second place actually, we have Mafia Money at 25 points. Hey, shout out Mafia Money. And then we have a split decision for the first place, and it's tied between Hexaloof, aka Finn, and Maidenless. So what I want to do is I want to go back and just briefly, not the whole tracks, but briefly listen to, so we get a reminder of what it sounded like. I remember one was the dubstep mix. It might have been Finn's. Yeah. Well, listen to the drop and see.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, it goes hard. Maidenless. I think it was a soul sample, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe.
Let's see. I'm loading in. Come on.
No.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready? Let's go.
Yeah, that was trippy.
Yeah.
Maidenless. All right, good. So yeah, we got 3 judges. Let's just vote for which one we think you think deserve the number 1 prize. And for those of you who don't know, the number 1 prize this time around is 2 months free subscription to Soundtrap Premium, the music production and vocals plan that we have.
Yes, sir.
So, I can go ahead and put my vote for Hexaloof, aka Finn, with the dubstep banger. Great submission. You get my vote, no doubt.
Yep. I'm a go for a boy, Maidenless for sure.
Ooh,
Like,
all
really-
right.
All right.
Give me the tiebreaker, Kish, but like
Tiebreaker.
Cool. So yeah, this is tough. Like I think they're both good submissions, good drops. My decision is largely going to be based on actually more the mix quality rather than anything else, because I think creativity wise they're both. That's the reason why they're in the top 2, because creativity wise they brought fire, and I feel like the winner this week is Finn Hexaloof, because the mix is slightly tighter, slightly more polished, and I could hear that banging. So congratulations, Finn.
well done.
Hell yeah. Well done. We'll make sure to reach out to you, Finn. on our Discord. And for those of you watching who have not joined our Discord yet, make sure to do so and sign up for the next sample pack challenge, which will happen next week when the next Soundtrap sound pack is released. So thank you to our judges, King Kish and Adam. How do you even pronounce your handle on Discord?
It's Adamantisaur. It's a dinosaur.
Antisaur. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I just know you as Adam, but we're all good.
Most people
All
just
right.
call me Adam anyway.
Until next time, everyone. Take care out
Peace
there and keep at it. Keep producing.
Definitely. All right. Peace out, everyone.
Peace.